What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Paul here, back at it again with another Dragon Ball Super discussion video. Today we're going to be talking about the potential of Broly. Now guys, we are going to be using some Dragon Ball movie Broly spoilers, so make sure you guys click off the video if you guys do not want to hear them. If you guys are going to stick around, make sure you guys turn on notifications, subscribe, as well as smash that like button for me. This way you guys can stay up to date on all the latest videos that we put out. Anyway guys, today what we're going to be talking about is how Broly could actually potentially beat Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Now mind you guys, this is a discussion, so anything goes. Anyway, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is going to be one of the strongest entities we've ever seen for the Z Fighters. It's literally going to be the epitome of power that Whis has been hinting at for all of this time, where both Goku and Vegeta join forces and they take over one of the strongest threats to the universe right now in Broly. Broly is literally powering up as he goes and gets constantly stronger. And without even realizing it, this guy is stronger than probably where Beerus is. And that's what Goku actually mentions in the movie. Now, something that we haven't seen yet, which I have a feeling we are going to see later on in the series, is someone else getting the power of Ultra Instinct. Right now, we've only seen Goku master it in a form for only briefly like an episode, and he hasn't been able to tap into it since, so I don't really know why we call it mastered. But other than that, someone else is going to have to be able to tap into this form. I'm not saying this is going to happen right away as soon as Dragon Ball Super starts back, but it's going to happen down the line. Literally, they mentioned that Dragon Ball Super's ending right there. They rushed that form in there. But that's why they said right away afterwards, towards the end, that he can't tap back into it. So down the line, towards the real end of Dragon Ball Super, or if they change the name of the show, if anything, I have a feeling that someone else is going to tap into this Ultra Instinct power, and presumably it may be a good guy, it may be a bad guy, and it may be more than one individuals. We don't know that for sure yet, but this is the form that can actually save a lot of the power creep that's happened in Dragon Ball Super. With Goku and Vegeta becoming so freaking powerful, even Broly to some extent, Fusion right here was a good way to save it because Gogeta is such a popular character, and a lot of people are expecting Ultra Instinct, but it's a good way to do it this way because the Super Saiyan Blue icon form is a bit more dialed into where it should be, and Gogeta, he's a selling point, so they did it probably as best as they could with this. However, Ultra Instinct being unlocked for Broly, let's take a second to think about how powerful this form would actually be. He hasn't even reached God form and he's still this powerful. He's reaching God level powers, so if Broly was able to unlock Ultra Instinct for some way, shape, or form, it would have to be stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, in my opinion. I mean, he could barely touch him in the movie because we know that he's going to get wiped out because of this guy. He's not going to be killed, but he's going to be really messed up from Gogeta. I'm just saying that with the power buff that you see, the drastic increase in power, Broly, if he was Ultra Instinct, would be able to defeat Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. Now, if there was another fighter that actually ended up getting Ultra Instinct, I feel like if it wasn't Broly, Gogeta would actually be able to match them. And I feel like down the line, that threat of someone else that's not a Saiyan actually getting this power is where these fights are really going to have a lot of fun with, because imagine fighting someone Ultra Instinct and they're all buffed out and powered up, and they're moving so fast that they can't really get hit. This is where it fits for Gogeta to actually have some challenging fights, rather than being the end-all be-all. With the introduction of Gogeta now, we see that they don't need the Potaras anymore. Even though it's a shorter fusion, they did nerf the crap out of the Potaras with the Goku Black arc, and we never really expected that, but they kind of rushed that one through. A lot of the things they did in Super were rushed, and I have a feeling that if they think this one through, this could be very well executed. I feel like this movie was, like, where the concepts are right now is probably one of the best executed things I've seen thus far. Literally taking the old movies, remastering them, throwing them into the theaters right beforehand, taking uncanon characters, some of the most popular characters, and it wasn't really predictable at all, and making them canon for a brand new type of animation style and movie after the ending of the series and after the hype has reached its peak. Everything was done properly, and I absolutely love it. But Ultra Instinct Broly, if that ever does happen, not confirming that it will, but just saying if it does, he will be able to defeat Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. And I have a feeling I may make a separate video on this. Where the show is going to end up is that someone else has to be able to take on Ultra Instinct, and they have to actually get some damage onto the form. And I have a feeling that this form would be best pitted against, once it's in its truly mastered state, where it's actually able to be tapped into, maybe even for Gogeta getting Ultra Instinct, against the Grand Priest. I have a feeling there's a fight waiting to happen with him, and it's not in the way where everybody was saying, oh, evil Grand Priest. No, I think it's more of a sparring for fun type of thing. Mentioning that he's the top 5 fighter, they're going to want to take on Whis, and I have a feeling that they've already passed Beerus by far, but if not far, at least they had to have passed Beerus. They're going to take on Whis. They're actually going to get some hits on him, and they're actually going to do some damage to him, and I think that's going to happen early on in the show. Broly throws some punches at Whis in the actual movie, but it doesn't actually work at all. Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta may have a chance at landing a few. And then if we tap into Ultra Instinct, it's a whole new ballgame. And then moving its way up with how fast these guys power up, especially as Saiyans, the Grand Priest really can't dilute this fight any longer, because I mean, if they mentioned your top 5, someone has to fight you. And I know they're not going to be putting hands on Zeno unless those bodyguards are within those like top 5. I mean, I don't see that happening. I feel like the Grand Priest would be a great sparring match, and he's been watching all of this time, so that would really show how far the Warriors have come in terms of power and how like all of their training has progressed. And with them being in the top 5, that's literally like telling you that's where the end game is at. Ultra Instinct or whatever forms combined with that, or even fusion, against the Grand Priest in the very end. And it's going to be a really like amazing spectacle to watch. If that happens after the next tournament or even before that, that would be a treat. But seeing him and maybe whoever the 4th and 3rd and maybe the 2nd person is, if it's not those 2 bodyguards surrounding the Zenos, because I mean, he did make that statement saying he's a top 5 fighter before the 2nd Zeno actually showed up, so it would make sense if it wasn't counted and then they would have some other fighters up there. But man, they actually introduced a whole bunch of things that are like we thought that were impossible because of this movie. Movie characters can now be canon. Ultra Instinct, it's not been stated to be in this movie, but it does show a really, really good spectacle of where the power can land if they end up getting that form back into fruition here, because Goku and Vegeta, Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and how powerful Broly is, it's a lot of power being thrown around, and this movie is going to be freaking amazing. So anyway, guys, I want you guys to tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. This was a really interesting topic. Do you think Broly would ever get Ultra Instinct? Do you see Broly getting Super Saiyan God or even Super Saiyan Blue on his own either? Because if you think about it, Broly, I don't think he gets those forms in the movies. It's not stated anywhere in the spoilers. It's just his power on its own. And he's a Saiyan. You get a few Saiyans, you pour the power into him, and he gets the ritual. Bam! This guy is a monster beyond all monsters in God form. And, I mean, Kale got it, so... I mean, she was already up there in Super Saiyan Blue power, so imagine if he was able to do it. That would be absolutely insane. So, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Broly would ever get Super Saiyan God at the very least? I mean, I've always said he's literally at the power level of gods, even back in the day, and he used to state that in the video games. So, Broly, an amazing character, and they're going to make him even better. Gogeta, he is going to be the end-all, be-all, if anything, and I have a feeling they're going to try to refuse, like, fusion for a while and bring him back maybe down the line, but Gogeta or Vegeta is the preferable one. I think because of the video games, Gogeta is probably the favorite, but let me know, guys, in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Smash that like button, subscribe, as well as turn on notifications, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care.